Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Here's my breakdown of the Western Conference Finals Game 6 between the Suns and the Clippers. The Suns jumped out early with their energy and pace, but the Clippers were not able to match it. Morris had 26 points to lead the Clippers and Beverly picked up the slack early on, but PG and Reggie Jackson struggled. For the Clippers, PG looked visibly tired after his forceful showing in Game 5 that helped avoid elimination. Perhaps coming back from 0-2 down in every series finally took its toll. For the Suns, CP put the team on his back, going on a personal 8-0 run during a stretch late in the third when the Clippers went on a strong run to cut the deficit to 7. He scored 31 of his 41 points in the second half as the Suns put the Clippers away, with balanced contributions throughout. Booker had 22 points, Ayton had a double-double with 16 points, 17 boards. Crowder also made 5 threes. So the Clippers don't seem to run a lot of actions in the half court, but when they do, it can be effective, like what we see here. So here we have a sideline out of bounds. Batum is inbounding the ball. Let's see what happens. So we see Man catches the ball and he executes a dribble weak, right, which is dribbling to the weak side of the court of the inbounds pass. So we see here he gets Reggie Jackson downhill, bodies are moving, and Morris, he pops to the three-point line for wide open three. So remember I talked about the Suns double high post action in my previous breakdowns. So here we see in the next play, alright, so we see here in the next play, let's dial it back a little bit. Okay, so we see here in the next play, the double high post action is about to happen and Beverly attempts to counter by top blocking, right, and denying the Ayton ball screen right here. But Ayton reads it well and he shifts his screen, alright, and he allows Booker to get open going to the left side of the floor. Alright. He makes a great pass, he catches it and he attacks immediately without waiting for Beverly to catch up. So here he sneaks into the middle, he gets a N1. Okay, next play. Alright, here we see it again. Same thing. Beverly tries to top lock the Ayton screen, but Ayton moves into, he reads the screen, he reads the defender's position well, and we have another similar situation, right? He attacks on the catch, but this time he misses the shot. Okay, so the Clippers also tried to go zone at certain parts during the game. Zone was pretty effective during their Game 5 win. So in the zone, the weakness is always in the middle. So you always want to try and get the ball to the middle. So we see here, right, the Clippers are in the zone. Alright, so Bridges flashes to the middle. Right, he collapsed the defense and he creates a good open three for Crowder. Now you want to shoot against the zone, but you also want to get touches inside before kicking the ball out for an even better shot, like what we saw here. So the Clippers primarily went small. So against a small ball lineup, a good thing to do would be to use your size advantage and get easy buckets inside. Let's take a look at how the Suns were able to do that by getting Ayton involved with Marcus Morris guarding him. Okay, so let's move on to the next play. Okay, so here we see Ayton gets a post up. Everybody else spaces the floor. He goes to work. Easy one-on-one jump hook in the paint against the smaller Morris. Alright, again we see here, so we see the double high post action, right? Ayton and Bridges Bridges gets open, gets downhill, collapses, and he passes to the cutting Ayton for easy layup. So now we see, so in this play we see CP high ball screen, he engages the defender. Alright, he sees Ayton inside, easy jump hook over the smaller PG. Next play. Now this is a pretty nice play. So we see, okay, hang on. Let's go back a little bit. So we see the Suns seemingly going to run Spain. Alright, Booker would be trying to screen for Ayton right here to get him open, rim running to the hoop. But he changes his mind and he runs out to the 3-point line, right? And it causes 3 defenders to go towards him, freeing up Ayton for the easy lob. Beautiful, unselfish play right here. Now, trying to take advantage of the size to get easy buckets inside, you need a big who has some moves and can score inside. You most likely cannot do this with someone like Rudy Gobert. Yeah. Now, lastly, let's look at some of the plays CP made while pulling the strings for the Suns in the third. Okay, let's see. Okay, right here. Now he drives into the paint and he seems to be in trouble, but he ends up making a great pass to a cutting Bridges. Okay, now let's roll it back a little bit. I want you to focus your attention right here. So Morris is actually guarding Bridges. Bridges makes this pass possible by cutting when his defender is actually ball watching. Now look at what Morris is doing right here. He's watching. He doesn't know that the person he's guarding has already cut to the hoop. Alright? So you cut to the hoop when your defender is not looking at you, he's looking at the ball. That's a great cut by Bridges. So on this next one, okay, they go to horns action right here at the top. And we see Ayton slips the screen, he runs inside. Now CP makes a great read. He knows the weak side, or rather the help defenders in the corners are Beverly and Reggie Jackson. Alright, both are too small to be able to contest Ayton. And he gets an easy jump shot or a push shot right in the paint. Okay, here's the next one. So here we see CP isolated against Cousins. Alright, and he puts him on skates and drives for a lefty layup. Okay, now let's go back a little bit. I want to bring your attention to right here. Now as this is happening, I want you to look inside. So Batum is guarding Ayton right here, but he is in an illegal position. Alright, defensive 3 seconds violation. He should not be standing in the paint. So look at what Ayton does here. Ayton is yelling at the ref, right, to try and get his attention. So Batum, knowing that he's in an illegal position, he moves. He was standing right under the basket in the first place. So as this is happening, he moves towards Ayton, right? Because he knows he's in an illegal position, defensive 3 seconds. So this little space might have been all the difference in Batum rotating over to block that layup. So high IQ stuff by Ayton right there. So there you have it, guys. CP will be playing in his first ever NBA Finals after 16 years in the league. Now drop a comment down below. Do you think he can lead the Suns to their first title in franchise history? Like, subscribe for more future breakdowns. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.